Magandang greetings everyone, I'm CJ Domingo. Our product catalog management system is powered by a relational MySQL database named ShopDB. It consists of two primary tables, categories, and products. This structure ensures that our data is organized, scalable, and follows industry standard normalization. First, we have the categories table. This serves as our preference table. It uses an ID as a primary key with auto increment, ensuring every category has a unique identifier. We have pre-populated this table with values like electronics, clothing, and food to ensure consistency across the entire system. Next is the product table, which stores our inventory records. We chose specific data types to ensure accuracy. We use varchar 255 for the product name to allow for descriptive titles. For the price, we use decimal. This is crucial for financial data because it prevents pounding errors and allow us to store exact peso and centavo values. The quantity is an int to track whole units in stock. The most critical part of our database is the foreign key relationship. The category ID in the products table links directly to the ID in the categories table. We implemented the onDelete set null constraint. This means if a category is ever removed, the product associated with it aren't deleted. Instead, their category status is simply cleared. This is protect our inventory records from accidental data loss. By using this relational approach, our PHP application can dynamically retrieve these categories and display them in a drop-down menu. This prevents manual input errors and ensures that staff can only assign products to valid existing categories.
This PHP script powers a simple product management system for an online shop. It begins with a separate database connection file that uses PHP MySQL class to connect to a local MySQL database called ShopDB. And if the connection fails, it immediately halts the script and displays an error. The main page then includes the connection file and handles all the core operation in sequence. First, it checks if a delete request came through the URL. If so, it grabs the product ID and runs a delete query to remove it from the database. Then redirects the user back with the information status. Next, it checks if the product form was submitted, collecting the name, price, quantity, and category from the form fields. If an ID is present, it updates the existing record, and if not, it inserts a brand new one, redirecting either way with the appropriate status message. Before loading the form, the script prepares a default empty product array, but if an edit parameter is detected in the URL, it queries the database for that specific product and uses the data to fill the form fields for the user. Finally, it runs two select queries to load all the data needed for the pages. One that fetches all products joined with their category name using a left join, so human readable labels appear instead of raw IDs, and another that retrieves all categories to populate the drop-down menu in the form. Together, these blocks form a complete create, read, update, and delete system built entirely in PHP and MySQL.
This code is a complete web-based product management interface that uses HTML, Tailwind, CSS, and PHP to create a simple inventory system. At the top, it sets up the page structure with responsive design and include Tailwind CSS for styling, which is why the layout looks clean and modern without writing custom CSS. The navigation bar displays the system title, Shop Catalog, with a bold professional header inside the main container. This is a conditional PHP block that checks if a status parameter exists in the URL such as added, updated, or deleted. And if so, it shows a notification message to the user and automatically refresh the page after 3 seconds to remove the message. The page is divided into two main sections using a grid layout. On the left side, there is a form used to add or edit products. This form dynamically changes its title and button text depending on whether a product is being edited. $sign edited underscore prod ID exists or a new one is being added. It collects products details such as name, price, quantity, and category, with input field styling using Tailwind classes for better UI UX. The category dropdown is populated from the database using a PHP loop, categories fetch underscore ASOC, making it dynamic if the user is editing a product. The fields are pre-filled with existing data. The code display a product inventory table. This table lists all products retrieved from the database $sign product fetch ASOC, showing their name, category, price, format with pesos, stock quantity, and action buttons. There is also conditional styling. For example, if the stock is below 10, the quantity is highlight in red to indicate low inventory. Each row include edit and delete action where edit reloads the form with the product's data, and delete triggers a confirmation before removing the item. If there are no products, a fallback message, no records available, is displayed.
Good day, sir. I am Mikylla De Leon and I'm going to explain our output in product management system. First, before creating this system, we must need a local host and database. Our database name ShopDB. We have here in database ShopDB a table, categories, and table for products. We also insert a categories for our samples. In shop catalog, we have here in left panel for adding product. We have here add new product. We can enter a product name, enter the price, enter the quantity, and choosing a category using the HTML select. We have here the electronics, clothing, food, furniture, books, stationery, and appliances. And in right panel, we have the product inventory list. So we have here the sample test case that I input here in shop catalog. Here in inventory list, we have the item name, category, price, stock, and actions. For actions, we have the edit and delete. For examples of products, we have the laptop, t-shirt, the rice as food, office chair, notebook, and canned goods. And stock alert if it's below equals below to 5. So here we will make a sample for adding product. For example is I will add a product name or product jacket. And I will input the price as a 500 pesos, quantity of 50 pieces, and category as clothing. Once I add the product, we have here the notif new product has been added to the list, and it will disappear after 3 seconds. And now it shows here in left panel in active inventory list the price, the stock, and the actions. And for example, I want to edit the item name laptop. For example, I add a quantity of laptop. I will make it into 10 and save updates, and notification will show. And the stock here in right panel will update as 10 stock. And for example is I will delete some product. I will delete the rice 5 kilogram. For example, customer ordered this all rice 5 kilogram, and will show an alert remove this product, and once I clicked it, it will automatically delete the rice kilogram and will show a notification that the product is once deleted.